I'm not going to say who I am. I'm going to introduce Audrey Fox. And the reason I'm introducing Audrey Fox first is because she's an amazing artist and she has art classes and you look very artsy and you're a beautiful woman. But you are actually watching Vegas Live with Ninon, and I'm Ninon, your host. And Audrey, you look fabulous. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
She looks like a performer. You look. I was going to say you look like an artist, but you are an artist.
I am a promotional model. I am also a brand ambassador.
Well, hang on a second. We're getting the story right away, aren't we?
Not all of it.
A brand ambassador. Yeah. What does that mean?
It means I represent brands for different companies like Samsung, American Express, Target, Whole Foods. I have a long list of brands. Long list.
And
for 20-some years.
You do work with them?
No, I'm basically just an artist right now, and I exhibit in galleries off my website, and I teach art classes. I'm former professor at UNLV.
Well, that's all right. Well, thank you for the interview. That's it. You are a professor. Now, it's funny. In America, they're very lackadaisical in a professor. It's like they just say, well, I'm a professor. In Europe and in England, a professor is a very high up person. It doesn't seem to be that as much in a...
Well, I disagree about that. I think maybe in Vegas, it may be a little... But I think on the East Coast, from where I am, that education is really paramount.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Yeah,
and that people focus more. I mean, I sold a lot more art on the East Coast on a regular basis here.
But that's a professor and having all this background you've got, because that's nothing to shy at.
It's a lot of responsibility. Studied in Rome, Italy. My last year of art school, murals for a long time, Philadelphia, and for the art.
Create this talent.
The talent, I was born with it. My first experience painting was with a stick, and I took my mother's mustard and ketchup, and I was painting on the sidewalk. Like, what are you doing? We had 5 kids, and I'm pouring all this stuff painting.
Mommy, I'm painting. Mommy, I love it. And I love
and I think you're born with it, and then you develop the technique and the craft.
But you developed it because you liked it.
I loved it. It developed me. Really, it was the thing that made me shine. I was a little bit of a bookworm nerd as a child, and I was singled out for my ability, and that gave me the self-esteem.
So did you do the art, or did you do the branding as well? Did you do it all at once?
I did the branding when the art was slow.
Okay.
So it's a freelance
How did
thing.
you get into the branding?
A friend of mine was doing it, and I said, hey, I can do that. And I just applied, and I started getting jobs. I'm reliable, I'm good at it.
See, I love that. I love when people know what they are and you're not afraid to say what you are, because you know exactly where you're going, what you're doing, and how to do it.
Absolutely. You have to have that poise, self-confidence, and you have to know your stuff. That's the
a good
root of
idea.
It. You have to know your stuff. So I thought maybe I'd do a little bit of a lesson. I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today. Is that okay?
I think it's wonderful. I'm going to sit back and listen.
Okay, great. I wanted to talk about intention. And when you approach intention.
Because your intention to do something can be totally different to what it comes out to be.
Absolutely. You're very perceptive.
I know I am.
You are. You're a great
I got to stay on top of my game right here, because she could take over my show within 2 seconds, and I can see that. So hang in there, Ninon.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. But I think that art is like a pyramid. There are several steps to get to the top. So
that's called growing.
Right, but you have to learn your technique. You have to learn...
Well, yes, you have to learn your technique, but I think as you learn it, each one you learn, you go to the next one, and then you learn the next one, and that's what makes you what you are. You learned all your techniques, and you became a professor on one side, because you didn't just become a professor.
Oh, no. That's what I mean by knowing your stuff. So when you finally get to the top level, you have to think about, why am I doing this?
Why am I here?
Yeah, what is my intention? What am I trying to say? And so that's where you have to dig deep within your soul and your heart to say, well, what am I going to say? Am I going to talk about my personal experience? Is this going to be political? Is this going to be
Depends.
a beautiful landscape like this painting? is a beautiful landscape. And this is we were going to take this out. Okay, and this one, I have 10 different collections because my intention always changes.
This one,
Okay.
she's rushing me.
Okay,
I don't
I'm
want to
sorry.
rush her. We can't rush you. You're too important to be
Oh,
rushed.
thank you.
And so
Here, I'll
what
take
is
this
this?
out.
That's
Oh, okay.
all right.
This is an accurate map of all the historical sites in Philadelphia, bordered by the flags of the original colonies, the costumes of the Minutemen, and some of the artillery that was
And you
used.
put this whole thing
yes,
together?
Yes, I did. And this is a little miniature painting of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And these were actually made into stamps. And if you look closely, there's little perforations where the stamps
The
were.
stamps used to, yeah.
Yeah, and my name is signed in the powder horn. And this was hanging in the Philadelphia Convention and Visitors Bureau.
How long did this take you to do?
Probably about a month because I had to research the cartography, the actual
Probably a
map.
month. I was just going to say a year or something.
No, I researched it I had to walk the sites because I didn't put everything in. I just put in the most
most
historical.
important
Yes.
things or the historical things.
Right. Okay, so this
is
is
another one. This is really
is
incredible. Which side up?
abstract.
This is an
that's
abstract.
it. So this is from my abstract collection. Like I said, I'm a
This
woman.
is $150, by the way. If anybody out there wants to buy it.
Yes,
I'm reading it right here. You know, this is pretty cool.
Thank you.
Well, are we finished with
No,
this one?
no, yeah, we're finished with that one.
We're rushing it, aren't we?
Okay, well, I can describe it. It's
Well,
called
what is it?
It's called Lyrical Landscape.
Okay.
And it's an abstract landscape. And here's the little river running through. Here's a little dog crooning to the moon. So there is intention here.
But you would never have known that was a dog.
Right. Well, it's an abstract dog.
It's an abstract dog, so you've got to
It
use
could be a coyote.
You've got to use your imagination.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's all about balance and counterbalance. That was
Well,
my
I
intention.
definitely need that. I need a
Okay.
balance. Now,
So
wait a second.
this
Wait a
is-
minute. This way.
This way, this is part of my Tree People
Now,
series.
how do you paint this? How do you put this together? Because it doesn't look like you've got a brush or something. How do you do this?
First I sketch it out,
Okay.
and then I paint it. But art is layers, so I underpaint it. And in this painting, I underpainted the canvas silver, so it would have a reflective quality.
Okay.
So
So you put a ground first.
I put a ground on first.
And then you put another like the blue in it.
No, I do the background first,
Background
and then I
first.
lay the drawing on top that I've made, and I transfer it to the canvas. I do a full-scale cartoon of the painting,
Wow.
so that when I approach the painting,
How long will this one take to do?
I work on a few pieces at a time, so I would say a few pieces a month.
A few pieces a month. That's quite good. Now, how much would this sell for?
I don't even know. They
All right.
usually
No,
go
we'll
around
probably put
200.
150, 200 for this one. I feel like an auctioneer.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's do it. Now
Okay.
we've got-
So let me talk about my burlesque babes. Okay.
Oh,
so
look at the burlesque. Oh, this is one. I think we can get that.
Okay,
up.
so I go to a sketch club every month called Dr. Sketchies. It's an international sketch club. We meet at Artifice once a month, and I draw the burlesque girls. And I draw them. I don't have my tablets over
That's
there.
okay. We don't need it. We
Okay,
don't need it.
okay.
We don't need it.
I draw them on my tablet, then I print them out on canvas,
There's
and I
another
paint
one,
them.
and then you
yes,
paint them.
And then I paint them.
So
I have
it's
about
it's
300
it's a
of
process.
these.
So
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
process of 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So it's on the computer first.
Right.
So it's on the computer first, and then it's on the canvas. Then it's
Yeah.
translated from there to the canvas, and then from the canvas to
Painting.
you.
Yes. Excellent. You get an A.
I got it. Do I get an A?
You get an A.
Don't I
okay.
get I don't get an A plus?
A plus. Okay.
I really
For
work
being
for
the
that one.
best interviewer.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you,
You're
sweetheart.
welcome. Okay, so this is a self-portrait. My last name is Fox. So this is
Foxy,
called.
Foxy.
Thank you. This is called Transformation of a Fox, and it's me turning into a fox. Okay, and
The
so
Foxy lady.
okay,
Audrey the Fox.
that's my nickname.
I know. Oh, is it?
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, so this
So let's see what
painting,
this is.
I did this for
This
a show.
is beautifully done.
Okay, thank you.
This
and
is
look at all the
beautiful.
hidden images. I'm really into transformation right now. This is the original. And this I was invited, one of the 17 elite artists from this gallery, to, they gave me a canvas and I had to do something on the canvas. So
You sure
this
did
is all,
something. Who's this guy up here?
oh, he's the explorer. The explorer discovers the totems. That's me. But I'm here too. If you notice, all the rocks are faces.
All their little faces.
Everywhere.
Look at
so
them.
everything transforms into humans. So they're
I love-
everywhere.
I love how you've done the frame. I love the framing of it. I love the whole thing. So this is what? This is probably about $300 or $400.
Oh, it's more than that because that's the original.
Oh, this is the
These
original.
are all reproductions.
Oh, so originals
Are much more.
are much more. So
Yeah.
this is probably $1,000
Around.
around that time.
Yeah.
Okay, that price. No, it might fall.
Okay.
Like that. Whoa, I'm exhausted. No, I'm not
I want
at
to
all.
thank you so much
Absolutely
for
amazing.
having me.
But she's an amazing woman, so don't forget to look her up. And where can they find you?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook under Audrey Fox, and my website is www.audreyfox.com, and my email is email@audreyfox.com. That's
I guess it's Audrey Fox. There you go.
AUDREY.
Just look up Audrey Fox. That's all
Not
you need.
Audrey the Fox, Audrey Fox.
Audrey Fox, not
Thank
Audrey
you.
the Fox, but she is Audrey the Fox.
Thank
She's
you.
a foxy lady. She's amazing. Thank you
you.
for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. We'll be right back.